let's show y'all how to successfully, effectively, and accurately pick your best weapon that fits your playstyle during melee combat in Elden Ring. And let's go. Yo, what's good, everybody? Dr. PGnGM, praise God, to get money in the building, man. Here to show y'all a quick tutorial on how to choose your best melee weapon in Elden Ring, man. Hey, I'm new to the game, but I enjoy it, bro. This game is really dope. I really appreciate it, man. It's my first Souls game. I just want to give y'all a quick, those of you who are beginners like me, I want to give y'all a quick tutorial to help y'all out, man. You know, I'm really having a lot of fun in the game, but it can be a little confusing and challenging, right? That's the whole mantra of these games, right? Is to be as challenging as possible. So that's what they did with this game. So let's show y'all how to successfully, effectively, and accurately pick your best weapon that fits your playstyle during melee combat in Elden Ring. And let's go. Yes, sir, it's everyone's favorite doctor. Yes, sir, Dr. PGnGM on YouTube. Let's go, man. Hey, so let's get right to it, man. There's some things that need to be explained with the melee combat and the style in this game. To best suit your play style and help you pick a weapon and exponentially increase the amount of fun that you have with this game, man. And definitely decrease the amount of confusion as well, man. Let's go. I will be explaining damage, which is that's easy, self-explanatory. The physical stat right here, it says attack power. The physical stat, that's your attack power. That's what it does per that reflects the amount of damage that occurs per strike, right? Essentially, you're not gonna do 134 damage, you know. But that essentially shows you how you can compare this with this right here as 115 plus 20, or even better. And this is 123 plus 121, so it actually shows you which weapon is actually stronger. You know, that's the easy stat. That's the easy part, right? The hard part now is what we call D.P.S. And those of you that are familiar and aware of these type of games, you're already familiar with what D.P.S is. But those of you new to the Souls game like me, I actually played Diablo and stuff, so I'm familiar with D.P.S. But it means damage per second. That's damage per second. So that doesn't only include how much physical damage the weapon does, it also includes the capability of the speed that you can do with the weapon. So essentially, it's a frequency in which you will attack and get your attacks off. You see, like if you strike one time with the big old axe, you're probably, let's hypothetically say that you attack once every 5 seconds. Of course, it's just faster than that. But then with a dagger like this, you're gonna get off an attack. You're gonna get an attack off like this. Ooh. You're gonna get up attack like that. You know, see how fast that is? Let's say that reflects a DPS of 1 strike every 2 seconds. Therefore, let's keep it simple. If an axe does 150 damage in 5 seconds, that means that in 5 seconds pass, the axe has done 150 damage. Easy, right? But then you take a dagger who does less damage. Let's say it does 100 damage, but it does so every 2 seconds. That means in 4 seconds, it has done 200 damage. And you know, that means compare that to the 200 versus of the dagger versus the 150 of the axe. That dagger is actually stronger because in 4 seconds, it did more damage and it did it in less time because it did it in 4 seconds as opposed to 5. You got off more swings and more strikes. All right, so first we're gonna start off with a real ninja. Every real ninja's favorite weapon, right? The katana, the uchi katana specifically. Let's go, man. So I'm gonna show you how this works, which of course, you know, when you look at it on the surface, it's a great weapon. You know, its strength is good, you know, and all that. But I want to show you that you don't only have to look at strength, you have to consider other factors too. So watch how I fight this guy. You see how much I took off right there, right? And he's dead just like that. But notice the speed in which he died, in which I swung. Sorry. Look at the speed in which I'm swinging, right? Now let's look at the difference, right? Let's switch from the katana. Let's do the spear next. Let's look at the spear, which is stronger. The spear is much stronger than the katana. Now watch how my strikes come out. The frequency in which my strikes come out, which will give you an idea of the speed of the weapon. Oh, I didn't mean to. I didn't mean to finish him. All right, here we go. Another guy right here. See, he had, remember the katana? Once he missed, he didn't even have time to recover. You see how you just recover like that because of speed? That was just a normal attack too. It's just the speed of the attack is so slow. You say, look, remember with the katana, he didn't have opportunity to do that. He did not have opportunity to hit me like this, right? Well, that was my fault right there. But you see the difference. It's much stronger, but you see how he was able to recover off of one hit, even when I hit him flush. So that shows you right there that yes, it's stronger, but the katana got in 3 hits. So really, you should analyze the damage of 1 strike versus 2 or 3 katana strikes, right? Because he didn't have a chance to recover. So is a spear really stronger? I don't know. Let's do another. Let's demonstrate it again. This time, let's go to the. Let's use a long straight sword, which is weaker than the spear, of course. All right. Let's see if he could recover again. So even with the sword, they cannot recover. You see, even with the sword, they cannot recover. So the sword is pretty good as well, even though it might not be the strongest weapon that you have at your disposal currently. So you have to consider these factors, man, and this is what I'm talking about when I say DPS, right? The damage per second that the weapon does. So the spear might have the highest damage, right, out of the weapons that we considered so far, but it has the lowest damage per second. Well, you know, you can actually do the math to actually see if it indeed has the lowest damage per second, but the major point of this video is that it hits the slowest. So even though you might get the highest damage out of 1 strike, you know, if you take the time of that 1 strike and compare it to the time that you could have possibly attacked 3 times with a katana or a sword, then you'll see which one is really the strongest for you and fit your playstyle as far as a melee. Now let's go to my favorite weapon. My weapon of choice is the dual-handed daggers. So first, you know, you're gonna say, oh, well, it's dual-handed, so it's gonna be faster. I'm gonna do one-handed weapon. Look, excuse me. He had no chance to recover. That was just one-handed strikes, right? Now watch what I do the 2-handed strike. He absolutely has no chance to recover. So you see, so now you will say, okay, well, hey man, you have to consider how much weaker it is. Yes, but look how many more strikes I was able to get in the same amount of time or less than that one big strike by the spear. Let's go revisit. Let's show them side by side right here. So you tell me which one is best. Now there are other things that you also need to consider when checking out your melee weapons, right? Which one's best for you? You also have to consider whether the range is good for you. So with the daggers, of course, the caveat with that is that you have to be very close range, right? So you have to expose yourself. You know, you have to put yourself in grave danger compared to any other weapon. Either you're talking about the short sword, the great sword, the axe, the flail, whatever. This requires up close and personal fighting ability. So this naturally is going to be the most dangerous style of melee combat, but it's very effective, as you can see there. Now, like I said, the games like Diablo, this is my first Souls game. I thought that they would have in the stats for the weapon a DPS statistic, but they don't, and it's okay. We can figure it out, right? Excuse me again. We can figure it out. That goes in dexterity. You know, that is covered in the dexterity stat. You know how fast you can use your weapon, typically in games like that. But in some games they have, in addition to the physical damage that it does, it shows you the DPS. Like in Diablo, you can go and you'll see actually a stat for DPS, how much damage you can do per second, man. So hopefully you liked the video. Hopefully I explained it right. If you have any other questions or comments, let me know in the comment section, of course, and I will definitely address them. Hopefully this helped you out. Yeah, I'm new to the Souls game, so those of you that are veterans, you already know this stuff, but those of you that are new, I thought I'd help you out, you know, just to help myself out as well, because I love these daggers, man. And I want to also, let me show you one more thing before we go. Let me show you one more thing. So just so you don't think it's just a dual wielding thing with that, I will show you a dual wielding thing with the scimitars as well. I will show you dual wielding damage with the scimitars to show you that it's not just a dual wielding with the daggers that makes it so much faster. It's also, you see, that's the one-handed strike, and now let's do the dual-handed strike. You see, even with the dual-handed strike, with the scimitars, or the curved swords, it's still faster with the daggers. That's why I love the daggers. But yeah, man, I appreciate y'all, man. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more information, man. Yeah, check out the other videos too, man. I really appreciate y'all. Come check out the Twitch as well. We out. God bless you. Peace. Enjoy what you just saw? Click on this playlist for more of my online matches and battles against the hardest CPU. Follow my other socials as well. Don't forget to like the video.